Hey, what's happening, my people? Bad hair don't care. What? Come on, still cinematic as fuck. um, quick update, maybe quick. So I've been pounding away at this article, and I haven't looked at my emails all day till just now. I get an email from the Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division. Now, I got a blanket denial from them, form letter. We don't, anyway, it was nonsense because they said they don't deal with exactly what they deal with. And then through using Grok, I was able to cite the laws that were actually broken. And I don't know if that's what did it. I don't know if it's that I was just pulled into the Michigan Supreme Court. My case, I don't know if it's that, but a lot of things, I've been noticing more activity, more interest in my case ever since then. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's the universe manifesting the premonition that I had from I don't know. But anyway, I get an email from them, and instead of a form letter this time, it's a referral back to the FBI, which I already have my report into the FBI, and now I guess it's just a formality. So to the Detroit field office, which means it's going to go back to the DOJ for the public officials, more than likely, and so there are going to be the criminal and the civil aspect of everyone that I have to hold accountable. And I knew from the beginning that we'd get to this point. I assumed. It was the premonition I had, and through this entire thing, I was holding out, hoping that some of these people at least would find their own way to accountability before the consequences, because I just didn't want the dark night of the soul that most of them will experience to be at my behest, right? So, and that's kind of a codependent thing that I still have to work out in me. Like, I know that we humans don't learn by choice. We learn by trauma. And for people like me, my metric for life was, it didn't kill me, so I can go a little bit harder. It's not healthy. That's not true. There's yin and yang, because with that metric converted from dark activity to light activity, that's how we make change, right? So for this, I said, I'm fucking with the people who killed presidents and never show their faces. I could end up dead. Am I more important? My own comfort, the little things that I can experience in life, is that more important than the future I can provide for my kids? It's not. And I made that decision. I said, okay, well, if this takes off, then I'm a target. It's funny too, because if you do quote unquote bad things, you're always looking over your shoulder. I know that life well too. If you do good things, you're a target. This whole system has been comprised for people to remain complacent, to shut up. Just shut up, pay your taxes, be a good worker bee, and you might get through life having a little bit of fun, or suffering minimally. A lot of what we do is just fear-based, right? If I don't do this, or if I do this, then I won't have to deal with that. We're always avoiding some fearful pitfall that's been laid out in front of us that hasn't happened, which means it's not true, it's fantasy. So a lot of what, and the Buddhists say, and it's true, the root cause of all human suffering is attachment to the ideas that have been placed in our head for the way things should be. Things should be no way. You shouldn't get married at this age. You shouldn't be out of school at this age. You should, life happens how life happens. And when we can't accept reality on reality's terms, we suffer, because we're stuck in these ideas, this anxiety of what might happen or in the past for things that have already happened. They're not real anymore. They don't exist. We can use them to try to gauge our steps moving forward, but they're not real things. And that's where we live. We live in the realm of fantasy, and it's not what I think of me. It's not what you think of me. It's what I think you think of me, and that's a prison that we all have to get out of. And this was my way of getting out of my prison too. Because at this point, I'm feeling like, well, I know Patrick can't handle the consequences. Kurt probably neither. But who am I to say that they can't, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure people looked at me in my past and said, well, there's no way that guy's going to, you know what I mean? He's going to be dead by the time. And I thought the same. But here I am.